Hey guys, so today's video is going to be on how to get objects into Blender so that you can pose your Sims around them and on them and with them to then later use in your game and purposely pose with them. As a Sims 3 pose creator, I get a lot of questions about how to do this. I had to ask a lot of questions about how to do it before I learned, so I thought that I should just put it all to rest and just make one tutorial showing you how to do this. So we're going to get started. It's really easy. It'll take you less than 5 minutes, and it's really easy to learn. So, first of all, you're going to have to make sure that you have all of your Blender and sensory animation tools updated to the latest versions. So, in order to do that, I'm just going to go ahead and chuck the links in the description down below. You're going to need the latest version of Blender, which in this case is 2.63a. So that will be in the description below. You're also going to need the latest Sims 3 S3PY animation, Blender animation plugins. Hopefully you know how to do the plugins if you did it before, and that will be in the second link I give you. And you're just going to download this middle file. You can get the new rigs too as well. And the third thing you're going to need to download is actually something called Sims 3 Pack Editor. In the link down below, when you click the third link, it'll take you here, and it'll do a countdown here, and then it will immediately start downloading the file. It walks you through how to download. You don't have to export or extract anything. It will help you download. It's actually made by the same people who made the Sims 3 Pack Editor, S3PE, that we all know and love so dearly, so it's really easy to walk through. So those are the three things you're going to have to download. And going back to my desktop, once you have Sims 3 Object Cloner, which is what this is called, S3OC, this is going to show you how to actually use it once you're in here. So this is assuming you have everything new downloaded, you have your plugins plugged in. So you're just going to go ahead and open up Sims 3 Object Cloner, go into Cloning, Normal Objects. You have all these. These ones speak for themselves: stairs, stair railing. Modular objects is things like stairs and I don't know, just like random things, not normal objects that you would use in the game. Normal objects is everything from chairs to beds to dishes to food. You're pretty much only really going to use normal objects. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that, and then it starts a pretty long process of cloning all the items into here. So while it's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and talk for a moment. It's basically going to open up with a list of objects that you can clone. It's everything ever in the game. Ever. So once that is done loading, I guess I can tell you right now that the one thing that you cannot clone and use in Sims 3 in the Blender is trees. You cannot do trees because another company other than EA made the trees, and so it's just really not possible for you to do that. So you'll have to blindly edit with that. So once you're in here, you're just going to go ahead and click name, and it'll sort it A to Z, so that's much easier to find the things that you're looking for. But before you do that, I find it helps to go into settings, and then go into, or I believe it's settings, game folders, yeah. And you're just going to want to go ahead and select the games that you have, just enable them. Usually they tell you which ones you don't have, but this is just to ensure that objects that you don't actually have in your game appear in Sims 3 Object Cloner. So go ahead and do that and then hit close. And so basically in here you have everything. They're very generically named, so if you're looking for a bed, it's going to be named bed. So you can find it, bed. You'll find all your beds there. If you're looking for a chair, it will be called a chair. Everything is really generic. They made it super easy. Like I said, you cannot use trees, so even if you try to clone trees, it's not going to work. But you can do everything else virtually. So all you're going to do is clone something. I don't know if I want the bag of flaming poo, but basically it'll do this little initializing spiel for a moment. And then once it's done that, it will come up with a thumbnail of the object you selected. In this case, it didn't really, because you can't really. So I'm going to go ahead and select a bed, just because it's generic. I already have that one. I'll get the column. You're just going to go ahead and clone or fix. Don't change anything, just hit start. And then I find it best to create a folder called props. Just save it as what it gives you. They'll never be the same, and just hit save, and it will go through this little spiel and go ahead and save that for you. It can take a few moments. Don't be worried if it goes slow. Cloning objects is pretty difficult, if I do say so myself. Creating string tables, extracts. I don't know what that means. Sorry if my voice is scratchy. It's 2 a.m. I randomly remembered that I had to make this, but yeah. So as soon as this is done, I will show you how to actually get it into Blender. And I'll show you how to do that with just a random female rig, whatnot. Okay, and it'll say your updated package is ready, so you can exit out of that or do whatever you need to do. Open up a file. Let's go with the AF rig, classic rig. And I'm quite aware that it's going out of bounds of my screen right now, so. But it doesn't actually matter, so it doesn't really matter. Once it loads, you're going to go ahead and go down here. You'll notice some new options. If this load prop doesn't show up, it's probably because you're in the wrong category up here. So it's just the second in, and hit load prop. Go into your documents, and if you made a props folder, then that's where you want to go. You're going to find the column and hit import Sim3 prop, and it should show up. And there you go. Very easy to do. So simple. You can still move the sim about and around, pose her on the bed, whatever you gotta do. If you want to move the bed, you're just gonna get it so that it glows up yellow like that. Hit G, and you can move the bed wherever you want. I don't know why you would want to move the bed. It places it in the perfect spot, but you can move the bed. So, that's really it. It's so easy. And, like I said, the names in Sim3 Object Editor are extremely generic. So, cloning normal objects. Rewatch this tutorial as many times as you need to understand how to do this fully. It's so easy. And I really hope that you guys can get really creative with new poses now that you know how to do this. So, this has been another video from Little Miss Simmies. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope I was able to help you out. Let me know in the comments below what you'd like to see, and I'll catch you later.